Friends, welcome to civil engineering exam. Today we're going to see the MCQ related with the highway transportation in the topic of highway materials. So the first question, the safe test of aggregate is applied up to a greater than size of option A 5.3 mm, option B 6.3 mm, option C 7.3 mm, option D 8.3 mm. So the correct answer is option B 6.3 mm. Next question. The expansion of aggregate on reaction with the water is called option A welding, option B bulking, option C expelling, option D breaking. So the correct answer is option B bulking. Next question. The dividing and operating of aggregates into the different size is called option A sieve analysis, option B gap grading, option C impact, option D hardness. So the correct answer is option A sieve analysis. So the particle size distribution is based on the sieve analysis. So the how much of size of the aggregate is there. Next question, the flaky aggregate should not exceed option A of the mean dimension, option B 3/4 of mean dimension, option C 3/5 of mean dimension, option D 1/8 of mean dimension. So the correct answer is option C 3/5 of the mean dimension. Next question, aggregate obtained from which of the rock are strong? Option A igneous rocks, option B sedimentary rocks, option C metamorphic rock, option D rocks formed by weathering. So the correct answer is option A igneous rocks. Next question, the minimum distance between two samples in penetration test should be option A 2 mm, option B 5 mm, option C 8 mm, option D 10 mm. The correct answer is option D 10 mm. Next question, the SI unit of viscosity is option A Stokes, option B Pascal, option C Pascal second, option A Daines. The correct answer is option C Pascal second. Next question, which bitumen does not need heating? Option A paving grade, option B cutback, option C modified, option D bitumen emulsion. The correct answer is option B cutback. Next question, the bitumen surface becomes stiff in option A summer, option B winter, option C rainy, option D spring. The correct answer is option B winter. Next question, the resistance of flow is measured by option A flash and fire, option B viscosity, option C penetration test, option D ductility. The correct answer is option B viscosity. So viscosity means the resistance to flow. Next question, Thor is not used now because of option A cost, option B efficiency, option C harmful effects, option D not satisfactory. The correct answer is option C harmful effects. Next question, the sum of flakiness index and elongation index for bituminous cores should not exceed option A 15, option B 20, option C 30, option D 40. The correct answer is option C 30. Next question, if the aggregates are exceptionally strong, then they are having an impact value which is option A less than 10, option B less than 15, option C less than 30, option D greater than 30. The correct answer is option A. Next question, the capacity of aggregate to resist more weathering action and wheel load is called option A hardness, option B toughness, option C durability, option D angularity. The correct answer is option C durability. Next question, stone aggregate do not have to resist option A weathering effect, option B traffic load, option C wheel load stress, option D soil load. The correct answer is option D soil load. Next question, Tar is the byproduct of option A wood, option B petroleum, option C kerosene, option D coal. The correct answer is option A wood. Next question, bitumen is the byproduct of option A wood, option B petroleum, option C kerosene, option D coal. The correct answer is option B petroleum. Next question, the highest CBR number is required for option A payment, option B subgrade, option C subbase, option D base. The correct answer is option B subgrade. Next question, in the crushing value test of the aggregate as per the standard diameter of tamping is option A 10 mm, option B 12 mm, option C 14 mm, option D 16 mm. The correct answer is option D 16 mm. Next question, the specimen shape used for impact test of aggregate for highway construction is option A cylindrical, option B notched type, option C rectangular, option D box section type. The correct answer is option A cylindrical. 16. The ductility value of bitumen for suitability in road construction should not be less than option A 30 cm, option B 40 cm, option C 50 cm, option D 60 cm. The correct answer is option C 50 cm. Next question, which test is done on aggregate to measure the resistance to weathering action? Option A crushing value test, option B impact test, option C Los Angeles abrasion test, option D none of the above. The correct answer is option C Los Angeles abrasion test. Next question, the majority of bitumen used commercially is obtained from option A tar, option B asphalt, option C petroleum, option D all the above. The correct answer is option C petroleum. Next question, dash is the property of bitumen that permits the material to undergo great deformation and elongation. Option B ductility, option B penetration, option C viscosity, option D specific gravity. The correct answer is option A ductility. Next question, aggregate impact value of less than 45% is suitable for option A bitumen bond macadam base course, option B water bond macadam base course, option C concrete base course, option D none of the above. The correct answer is option C concrete base course. Next question, impact value of aggregate satisfactory for road surfacing is option A less than 10%, option B 20 to 30%, option C 30 to 40%, option D greater than 50%. The correct answer is option B 20 to 30%. Next question, which of the following tests measure the toughness of the road aggregates? Option A impact test, option B abrasion test, option C crushing test, option D shape test. The correct answer is option A impact test. Next question, aggregate crushing value provides the relative measures of resistance to option A crushing under gradual increasing load, option B crushing under sudden loads, option C crushing under dynamic loads, option D none of the above. The correct answer is option A crushing undergo gradual increasing load. Next question, the aggregate with crushing value below dash percentage is suitable for withstanding heavy load. Option A 60%, option B 50, option C 40, option D 30. The correct answer is option D 30. Next question, in crushing test, the aggregate used for passing through dash mm sieve and retain on dash mm sieve. Option A 20 mm, 16 mm, option B 16 mm, 12.5 mm, option C 12.5 mm, 10 mm, option D 10 mm, 2.36 mm. The correct answer is option C 12.5 mm, 10 mm. Next question, in the crushing value test of aggregate, load applied by compression testing machine in the test is option A 5 tons per minute, option B 3 tons per minute, option C 4 tons per minute, option D 6 tons per minute. So the correct answer is option C 4 tons per minute. Next question, the aggregate crushing value of 10% indicates option A exceptionally strong aggregates, option B moderate aggregate, option C weak aggregates, option D none of the above. The correct answer is option A exceptionally strong aggregate. Next question, in the crushing value test for aggregate, number of blows given for each layer is option A 65 number of blows, option B 55 number of blows, option C 35 number of blows, option D 25 number of blows. So the correct answer is option D 25 number of blows. Next question, the aggregate is called a high strength aggregate if the aggregate crushing value is high, option B low, option C constant, option D none of the above. The correct answer is option B low. Next question, the maximum aggregate crushing value permitted for bituminous macadam is option A 30%, option B 40%, option C 50%, option D 60%. The correct answer is option B 40%. Next question, in grain size analysis, what is the full form of MSA? Option A minimum size of aggregate, option B maximum size of aggregate, Option C, maximum size of asphalt. Option D, minimum size of asphalt. The correct answer is option B, maximum size of aggregate. Next question, in the grain size analysis, the chart is option A, particle weight versus percentage of passing. Option B, particle size versus weight of passing. Option C, particle size versus percentage passing. So the correct answer is option C, particle size versus percentage passing. Next question, in the soil size analysis, soil texture is sand when the particle is option A, retained on 4.75 mm, option B, passes 4.75 mm and retained 0.075 mm, option C, passes 0.075 mm and none of the above. The correct answer is option B, passes 4.75 mm and retained on 0.075 mm. Next question, Los Angeles abrasion test on aggregate are done for option A, hardness, option B, toughness, option C, durability, option D, none of the above. The correct answer is option A, hardness. Next question, the CBR test can be made in the laboratory on option A, undisturbed sample, option B, remolded sample, option C, undisturbed and remolded sample, option D, none of the above. The correct answer is option C, undisturbed and remolded sample. Next question, in the classification of soil plasticity chart is option A, plasticity index versus liquid limit, option B, plasticity limit versus liquid limit, option C, plasticity index versus liquidity index, option D, none of the above. The correct answer is option A, plasticity index versus liquid limit. Next we see, in the soil classification, CC means option A, coefficient of curvature, option C, coefficient of curve, option C, coefficient of curing, option D, coefficient of casting. So the correct answer is option A, coefficient of curvature. Next we see, in the soil classification, CU means option A, coefficient of uniform, option B, coefficient of unified, option C, coefficient of unconfined, option D, coefficient of uniformity. So the correct answer is option D, coefficient of uniformity. Again we will see next video. Thank you.